Hello and welcome back to Diary of My Frugal Life. My name is Louisa. I live in the southeast of England with my adult son, and on my channel I share with you my frugal life. Today is Saturday and I'm here with a video recipe for you. It's a Portuguese recipe that we really enjoyed. I think I shared on a Meals of a Week video very long time ago. Not the recipe, but the plate up basically. So today I decided to actually make the recipe for you to see. Is delicious, is Bifanas and Moda de Porto. However, I am not going to use the cut of a bifana because I cannot find that in UK unless I'm going to a Portuguese shop, but I refuse to pay those prices because there is no need. So what I'm going to do, I've got some pork loin steaks and I'm going to cut them as fine as possible, and it will be absolutely fine. So yeah, it's going to be lovely, and I'm going to make the sauce where I am going to cook the bifanas, the pork. Then when it's properly cooked and we blend the sauce, we will serve these with chips in a bread roll basically. That's how we do this. I'm going to show you the ingredients. There's a lot of ingredients. This is not, I'm not going to say this is a budget recipe. It's not a cheap recipe, not at all, because there's a lot of things and alcoholic beverage as well. So that makes this recipe more expensive, but it's something we enjoy to have once in a while. So, you know, I think we all like to treat ourselves, even though we are on a budgeting journey basically. So let me turn you around and show you the ingredients, and then I show you how I cook these. Here I have the ingredients. So the pork loin steaks. I also need some chopped tomatoes, beer, port wine and white wine, 1 onion, some garlic cloves, and then we're going to season with black pepper, paprika, chili powder, salt, bay leaves, cumin, and of course olive oil. The first thing we need to do is to have a pan. I'm going to use this cast iron pan, and I am going to turn the heat off, on, not off, on. I'm going to add some olive oil. I'm going to add my garlic cloves. Now, because I'm going to blend with my food processor, I'm just going to cut these so, you know, it kind of cooks together and gives more flavor if the garlic is cut rather than whole. And we'll same with the onion. You know, I don't need to worry about big chunks because we're going to blend everything, so it's fine. Just want to ensure that I cook it. I need to have my fan extractor on. I'm sorry for the noise. I hope you can still hear me. I'm going to add a bay leaf. I'm going to add some cumin. Oh, actually I need to put this on my shopping list. I didn't know it was finished. Still enough for today. I'm going to add some chili powder, some paprika, some black pepper, and of course some salt. I'm going to mix these. I want the spices to start giving some flavor as they cook very slowly. So I'm on a medium heat. In the meantime, I'm just going to cut the pork loin steak. Now, I am not a professional cutting, so this is how I can cut, but please Understand, I am no professional and I'm just trying to cut these because they are too thick for this recipe. But it's better to have like little bits of meat rather than a big steak, basically. And anyway, this steak wasn't the best one anyway to cut. And because we're eating this in a roll, you know, picking up the meat and adding it with the sauce to the roll will be fine. Now the amount of pork I've got here, I will have some leftover meat. We're not going to eat all these. So even though it's an expensive recipe, like more expensive than my normal, we're going to have leftovers, and that's fine. I need to mix. There's such a nice smell. Because this sauce smells delicious, really, really nice. Now, however, I am a person that doesn't really like the fat in the meat. I think it cooks better with the fat. So that's why I'm not taking the fat away. And anyway, my son likes to eat the fat in the meat, so, you know, it's fine. But as I say, you know, you're not learning any skills of cutting meat with me. That's for sure. I have no idea how to cut properly the meat. I also think my knife is not cutting very well at the moment, so I'm not sure. Is it the knife? Is the knife not cutting properly? Should cut better. Oh well. It's fine. It's gonna be delicious anyway. I am not worried about that. happy with this, even though it's not perfect. Back. Now I'm going to start adding the liquid. I'm adding half a cup of white wine. I'm going to add my chopped tomatoes. You could add passata as well, or plum tomatoes, because you're going to blend the sauce. So it really does not matter. I'm going to add beer. Now this was already opened, but you know, one can of beer is enough. Mine had just a little less because my son drank some on the other day and he didn't. And we are going to add the port wine. I'm going to allow these to boil for about 7-8 minutes. This has been bubbling and already reduced, so it's time to start with blending. So I need to take the bay leaf first. I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm just going to allow the sauce to not be boiling before I put it in my food processor, because otherwise it's too hot to blend. The sauce is not boiling anymore, so I am going to blend it now. So the sauce is back in the pan, and now we're going to add the meat to cook. You're going to cook the meat for about 30 minutes. Medium heat. Now I'm going to add one by one, because you don't want them to be all stuck together, but anyway, you know, they're gonna mix in the pan. But it's fine. You've got enough sauce to cook this meat. And we're going to mix it. I'm going to mix it when I add everything. So you ensure the meat is covered with the sauce. Look at these. So good, so gorgeous. So let's allow it to cook. The Bifanas à Moda de Porto look amazing, and I am going to dish up. So we're gonna eat on these rolls. They are different rolls. That is what I've got at home. They're not the Portuguese style rolls, but they will be perfect anyway. I'm just adding the meat. You want it to be really filled with meat, and then you're gonna dip the bread into the sauce. Look at that. And repeat to the next one. We got all the meat. And it's dipped. Gonna do the same with this one. And I'm gonna add some sauce on the side, like this. And I need to get the chips. Had some chips falling in there, but it's fine. Hope you have enjoyed this video recipe, and I see you very soon for another video. Take care.